Week 8 of the NFL season is shaping up to be the most monumental week of them all. Today we predict every single game of the Week 8 slate. Metro, you ready to go today, sir?
100%. We're going to start off on Thursday Night Football. Minnesota Vikings going up against the LA Chargers. Cade is going with the Chargers, and I am going with the Vikings. Cade, I'll let you go first this time. Why are you picking the Chargers to beat the Minnesota Vikings?
I got two reasons, Metro. Justin Herbert. This guy's a tank. I think he's going to take it to Minnesota. And Wentz has just not been getting it done. Does JJ come back this week? A potential thing to stir the pot. But even then, JJ's only played one good quarter of football all season. Not too concerned whatsoever. Give me the Chargers right here at home.
Yeah, I think you make some very good points. Justin Herbert is an incredible quarterback, and the Minnesota Vikings have a ton of quarterback problems. We don't know who's going to be their quarterback next week. Will it be JJ? Will it be Carson Wentz? Shoot, they might even throw me out there to play quarterback. Hopefully they don't. I will throw 10 interceptions in a game. But if they do, Coach, I'll be ready. Just make sure you got the bag ready for me. That all said, I do go with the Minnesota Vikings to win this game because I think their pass rush is really going to get after the Chargers. The Vikings defense, for all the flaws they have against the run, because the Steelers did take advantage of that weakness of their unit, they can get after the quarterback a little bit. And I do think Herbert's going to get on the ground quite a bit. All I need from this from this Vikings offense, give me 20 points. Give me 20 points, and I think you can beat this Chargers team. Well, maybe not 20. Give me 24. Give me 24 points, and I think you can beat this Chargers team. I know Herbert's good. I know Herbert's going to make some plays. They can score points, but I think this Vikings defense is just a little bit playing better right now because, frankly, the Chargers defense is not playing that much better than some of these other teams out there. So I do think the Vikings have a chance to win it, but you're not kidding. I don't know who's going to play quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings.
Completely fair. Vikings are 3-3. Chargers are 4-3. This game's the ultimate heat check. I'm looking forward to it on Thursday Night Football. But speaking of Thursday, let's go to a better day. Sunday, baby. No 8:30 kick time for a London game this week, but we start at noon. The correct way to start, at least if you're in Central Time. Miami versus the Atlanta Falcons. Metro and I are both taking the Atlanta Falcons. Metro, why are you so confident in the Dirty Birds? Why are they taking this one home against the Dolphins?
As long as they show up to work, they're going to win this game. The Miami Dolphins are a complete and utter disaster this season. It has been so bad. We don't even know who their quarterback's going to be next year, or this week, I should say. Will it be Tua? Will it be Quinn Ewers? You guys can see the Texas flag. You guys know I'm rooting for my boy to get that starting time. Not sure it's going to be great for him because that offensive line stinks, and I don't know about those weapons and run game right now. But regardless of who plays quarterback, I don't like their chances at all. I think Atlanta, for as bad as it was this week, they have shown that they can show up in certain games. They do have some things going on the offensive end. It was not a pretty week this past week. I don't know what went wrong versus San Francisco. It just felt like they were really inconsistent and couldn't get the ball rolling down the field. I think they'll get the ball rolling here against a bad Dolphins defense. They'll run the football well. I think they'll pass the football. If turnovers are not an issue, which frankly they have not been for Atlanta, I think they'll cruise to a victory here. I just don't think Miami has it at this point. I think they're done. The season's done. The coach is done. The GM's done. They're already looking forward to the offseason and honestly resetting the entire team.
I got nothing else to say. I think you hit all the points. And also, who else wants to talk about Miami? Nobody else. Let's move forward to our next game. Atlanta's winning that one. Oh, man. Would you rather be the Miami Dolphins or the New York Jets? At least the Jets are on the beginning of the rebuild. Jets go on the road to play the Cincinnati Bengals. Holy Tank Bowl. Joe Flacco will be riding this ship. And, man, he's looked pretty explosive in his first couple weeks here in Cincinnati. And with that, looks like we're both taking the Cincinnati Bengals in a clean sweep. Metro, obviously we would like Cincy for obvious reasons. Chase is starting to do his thing because he's getting supported by a good quarterback in Flacco. But if the Jets can win, how would they do that?
Pray.
Thank God.
Would probably be my only answer. This Jets team, it's so funny. Week 1, it was like, hey now, that Jets team looks pretty freaking good. They might win a couple games this year, and it has been downhill ever since. I mean, downhill ever since. They benched Justin Fields. I don't know who's going to start for quarterback for them next week. I think it'll probably be Tyrod Taylor, which I guess gives them a better chance. I don't know if it really matters. That Jets team is bad on all phases. They're a bad defense, so they have been playing better lately. That offense is not very good either at all. In fact, that offense is not bad. They're terrible. They straight up suck. And everything about this team is not good right now, from the coaching staff to the personnel to the quarterback. In Cincinnati, for as bad as it has been this year, uh, they have Joe Flacco, and they have Jamar Chase, and they have T. Higgins. And with those three guys alone, as long as there's not turnovers involved here, they should win this football game. This Bengals team has shown some life these past few weeks. Even though they have a ton of issues, they have shown a little bit of life. And at the end of the day, that's all you can really ask for if you're a Bengals fan. This this Bengals team has something going for them. They got to win this past week. This Jets team has nothing going for them. So I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals to win this game.
When games are this disgusting, it is much must-see TV. Just got to turn on and watch the chaos. I'll be glued to the TV Sunday morning at noon on CBS. Next game, we have the Cleveland Browns, the best team in the NFL, going on the road to play the New England Patriots. This one's at noon on Fox, and the Patriots are catching fire. Drake May playing out of his damn mind. He is looking like the top 5 pick he was selected to be when taken by the Patriots a handful of years ago. And the Cleveland Browns heading the other direction, to say the least. Probably Dylan Gabriel this game, right, Metro? Who's starting at quarterback?
That doesn't matter. Dylan Gabriel or Shador Sanders. I don't know if it really matters. I think it'll probably be Dylan Gabriel. He played well enough in their win versus I think who did they play? The Jets or somebody?
Yeah, it was stinky. Let me look.
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
It was stinky. Seconds. But I give them credit though. They did win that football game. Dolphins. You're right. Oh my. Tua Tagovailoa, man. We didn't talk about that enough. He sucks. He's terrible. They gave up 31 points to the Cleveland Browns. That should say it all right there. But yeah, for this game, Patriots are pretty good, man. Drake May's playing good football.
Period. Nothing else to say. I think if y'all want a deeper analysis, you're wasting your time. If the Cleveland wins this one, Cleveland, you can make fun of me all week long, but as of today, we're both taking the New England Patriots. Moving on, we have probably the best game of the noon slate, in my opinion at least. It looks like you're aligned here, Metro. We got the New York Giants, Cam Scattaboo, Jackson Dart, this devious pass rush going on the road to an in-division rival. It felt like they just played them because they just did, the Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to Philly to play these Eagles. Now, I'm taking the upset of the week with the Giants. They just got all the momentum, all the swagger. They just did it a couple weeks ago. Why can't they do it again on the road? Metro's taking Philly at home, probably best advised. Metro, why are we thinking Philly, and that it'll be a different result this time around?
Yeah, I think this is a game where Philadelphia got their manhood tested versus the New York Giants. And if you are a championship caliber team, if you're a team that has some poise, has some moxie, and has some energy to you, this is the type of game where you respond and you dominate a Giants team that was kind of flexing on you after that game. I mean, they were stunting on you. They were making you look silly. Embarrassed you on national TV, and this is a great opportunity for the Philadelphia Eagles to get their get back. In division matchups are always difficult. You never know what's actually going to happen in those games, but I do believe that the Philadelphia Eagles will win this one. I like this Giants team. They got some things going. They probably should have beat the Broncos last week. The Broncos scored 33 points in the fourth quarter. Shout out to the Denver Broncos. That game was fun, but in reality, the Giants probably should have won that game, and Jackson Dart has shown some life, giving this team some real moxie and swagger on the offensive end. So I definitely think it's possible for this Giants team to win. I don't blame you for taking the upset of the week here, but I just think Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Saquon, they're going to have something to say on this one. And I'm sure if they win this game, they're going to be talking that crap in the media. But yeah, I got the Philadelphia Eagles winning here.
Audience, I have a question for you because the Giants bring it to mind. Who has been the most fun team this season? Doesn't mean good, it just means fun. You could say the Bears and their hot streak. You could say the Giants and their swagger with Cam Scattaboo and Jackson Dart. Comment down below right now and drop a like while you're at it. Who's been the most fun team this 2025 season? Metro, but what's your answer?
Who most fun team this year? I gotta go with the Colts, man. Danny Dimes diming them up. You got Michael Pittman Jr. You got Jonathan Taylor. By the way, JT on my fantasy team, doing pretty good right now. Shout out JT. Good little trade I did there.
Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. This is a huge, I guess underdog, or I guess dark horse. I'm gonna take the Bengals. I like the chaos with Flacco and those receivers. It just feels like garbage time 25-8. That feels like a basketball game on turf. That's been my most fun team of the season. Now, let's move forward into the next game. We have the Buffalo Bills playing the 10-time world champ Carolina Panthers at noon. Now, surprise, surprise, Metro and I both take the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. Metro, we can argue why Buffalo is better than Carolina, but we know that. How could Carolina win this game? And yeah, break it down for me. What's the path there?
They got to run the football. Give the ball to Rico Dowell. This is a Bills team that has not been good against the run the past few weeks, and we've seen Rico Dowell have some big games with over 200 yards. They got Chuba Hubbard back. They should get a heavy dose of running the football versus this Bills team. And look, I think that'll give him a chance. I think Rico has opened up this offense a little bit more. Bryce Young's getting the ball out on time. He's not turning the ball over. He's making the right plays. He's doing everything you want to see from the quarterback position. And, even though he's not putting up flashy numbers, I think he is doing his job. If they can run the football, and if they can hold on to drives and keep Josh Allen off the field, it's totally possible. I personally go with the Bills because, number one, I can't doubt Josh Allen. Josh Allen is just one of those quarterbacks you got to put your faith in, even when things are not doing particularly great these past few weeks. I think you got to put your faith in him. I think he's going to get the job done. Panthers have a bad defense, though they're better from what they were last year, but still, far from great. I think they're going to get the job done versus the Panthers, and they're going to win this game. But I think Carolina can hold their hand and be proud of the performance they're going to put out there, because I think they will run the ball, and if they can do that, watch out, Buffalo. This could be a bit of an upset, but I do think the Bills will find a way to win.
Well said. I think if Carolina can pull this off, you talk about confidence for the rest of the season, building Bryce Young's confidence to the moon as well. I want to see Carolina win, but they got to prove themselves. Let's go Buffalo in this one. A clean sweep from Metro and I. Next matchup, and this one's super fun as well. We got Lamar Jackson coming back. Chicago Bears are red hot, 4 in a row, going on the road to play the Baltimore Ravens and returning Lamar Jackson. MVP Lamar Jackson? We will find out. Expect a high scoring game. Take the damn over. And speaking of taking things, Metro's taking the underdog of the week with the Chicago Bears, and I'm taking Baltimore at home. This one's going to be absolute fireworks. Just to mention Chicago's season after this game. After this one, they have the Bengals, a W. Giants, that'll be a good one. Vikings, hopefully they can figure out quarterback, or hopefully not for the Bears fans. Steelers, we can get a real hot streak playoff push going if we can pull this one out. Metro, what is the path for the Bears, your underdog of the week?
Look, this Ravens team, I was a little bit surprised when we were doing, our pre-production before this video. We were talking about, who's the underdog this week, and he said the Bears. I was like, what? The Bears? The Bears have a 4-2 record. The Ravens have one win on their resume. I don't know how this came to be, but I am surely going to be the beneficiary of it. This Ravens team, yeah, sure, bring me Lamar Jackson. Lamar makes this team 10 times better, but they still suck defensively. Even if you get back your starters or some of your starters, they're still a bad football team. This is a Ravens team that we thought was going to be good heading into the season. Then they got exposed week in and week out, and now they're a shell of who they once were. Sure, the Ravens could go on a bit of a run here because their schedule is light, but Chicago Bears are 4-2. And, look, the Bears have not beaten the greatest of competition, but I don't know if this Ravens team is the greatest of competition. I think the Bears have a legit chance to win this game. I was surprised by the line. I'm going with the Chicago Bears. I think it's kind of crazy to bet on a 1-win team over a 4-win team, especially when that 4-win team is playing really good football right now.
How much do you think the conversation changes on Caleb Williams? I know the Baltimore Ravens are 1-5, but you go toe-to-toe with Lamar Jackson and win. Do you think it'll change it a lot or just a little bit?
No, people hate this guy.
You're not lying.
People will just hate on Caleb Williams for no reason. And, look, I wouldn't say Caleb is balling or anything like that. I think he's playing fine football. He's doing his job. He's getting the ball out on time. He misses a few throws here and there. Is Caleb Williams right now good enough to win you a Super Bowl? Probably not. But he's good enough to win you 4 games out of the 6 you've played. And I think he's going to win them a lot more games. This is a decent Bears team. They got some pieces to roll with. And I think this game could be a bit of a shootout, by the way. Lamar is going to go out there and just, guns blazing, just playing free because there's nothing to lose at this point. And if you're a Bears fan, kind of would worry me a little bit because I just don't know how consistent your offense can be, at least, right now. But I'm still taking my chances here. The Bears have shown me a lot. And again, there's nothing that people could do to please Caleb Williams. Caleb's a really good player.
Nothing ever will make us like Caleb. I'm just kidding, Bears fans. But I love Caleb, honestly. Let's move forward to the San Francisco 49ers going on the road to play the Houston Texans at noon. San Fran, man, I'm a San Fran hater. They just keep winning damn football games. Like, they can't stop. They are infected with the disease of winning. So I have no choice but to take them this week, and now they're going to lose, but I don't care. San Fran's who I'm taking. Metro's taking Houston at home. Metro, I got no analysis besides I just got to believe in them for once. What is your reasoning for Houston?
Look, the 49ers are a zombie walking. I don't know how they're doing this. It is unbelievably impressive what they are doing right now in terms of just being able to overcome injury after injury after injury after injury. I mean, I'm not even being jokey here. I'm talking injury after injury after injury, and yet they are a cat with 9 lives. They are somehow surviving, and they have a coaching staff that should be so proud of what they've done so far. They are doing a whale of a job. Credit Shanahan, credit Robert Saleh. They're doing a great job. When it comes down to it, I think this Texans defense is elite, and I think they're going to slow it down and make life very hard for Mac Jones, Christian McCaffrey, and all those guys. I don't know what I'm going to get from this Texans offense from a week-to-week basis. San Francisco's defense, no Fred Warner, no Nick Bosa. I know they've played pretty good this past week, but will they do it again versus the Texans? I don't know. This is a interesting game where it's like, do I trust the zombie trend that is the San Francisco 49ers? Or do I bank on something that I would 100% know will show up, and that is the Texans defense? I'm going to be a little bit boring here and go with the non-zombie Houston Texans, who have a really, really good defense that can absolutely shut out this offense for, Mac Jones and McCaffrey and all those guys. It's a tough bet to make. And I've bet against the San Francisco team a few times and have eaten crow a few times because of it. But I'm willing to eat crow one more time. If I'm wrong, I'll never not bet on Mac Jones and Kyle Shanahan, but I'm willing to put my life on the line here, and I'll bet on the Texans for once.
I love the zombie comment. Let's now call the Niners moving forward the Walking Dead. Stamp it, make it a trademark. Moving forward, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going on the road to play the New Orleans Saints. 3 p.m. on Fox. Metro and I both going with Tampa Bay. Baker has looked like, I don't know, an MVP candidate. Why should it stop against the Saints is my reasoning. But Metro, what is yours?
Yeah, for some transparency, we're recording this video while the Buccaneers are playing. They're in the fourth quarter, so the game's kind of winding down. Look, whether the Bucks win or lose against the Lions, I don't think it really matters. The Saints team is coming off their worst game of the season. Could they bounce back? Maybe, but I don't see that happening. The Bucks are a very, very, very good football team that are only just going to get better the more guys they get back from injury. The Saints, they have a talented-ish team. They got some guys that are playing. I like Spencer Rattler. I think he's playing good enough football, and I think they will push this Buccaneers team probably down to the wire. When it comes down to it, though, I just trust Baker Mayfield. I trust those weapons to get open. Hopefully, the ground game can also be there. And I think the defense for Tampa Bay will show up here. I just think when it comes down to it, I got to take the favorites here. I think the Buccaneers are like genuine contenders. They are a team that genuinely could maybe not win a Super Bowl this year, but they're going to make a deep playoff run. I would be surprised if they don't. Whereas for New Orleans, you're probably drafted in the top 5. So we got 2 different teams on 2 different timelines. These NFC games are always a little bit difficult to predict, but I got my money here on Tampa Bay. I think they're playing really good football. I got to put my faith in them. They've dealt with all the injuries and they've been able to overcome it. So give me Baker and the Bucks to win this game.
One team chasing a Super Bowl, one team chasing Ruben Bain Jr. Quite on different
It's a great way to put
paths.
it.
Let's go to our next matchup, and this one's super duper fun. The Dallas Cowboys, Metro's team, go on the road to play the Denver Broncos in Mile High Stadium. We're going against each other. It's Splitsville. Metro's taking his own team, the Dallas Cowboys. I'm taking the Denver Broncos. An electric Bo Nix who went bonkers last week for that big time win against the Giants.
Fourth quarter Knicks.
Oh my goodness. Denver was lights out in that fourth quarter. But here we go, man. It's going to be a test for this Dallas team. It's a shootout, correct? Can Denver keep up in the points column? But also, can Denver use this home field advantage to slow down that awesome Dallas offense just a little bit? If you can, you likely could win this. But I don't think anybody's stopped them yet. So why should it be in Mile High? Metro, why are you taking the Cowboys, man?
This is a great example of offense versus defense. This is going to be one of those games where, if let's say the Cowboys win this game, this is going to be the game that says offense wins, defense does not win, right? Offense wins championships. That's the new motto. You're going to point to this game if the Cowboys win. If the Broncos win this game, then that's when you get to say, no, defenses win championships. So it's one of those games, man. I'm always going to choose the offense. I don't think this Broncos offense has been particularly great this year. I think they will find success versus Dallas because Dallas's defense sucks. They are terrible. They're not a good unit, but they've gotten better, slightly better, right? And Bo Nix has not shown me that he is a great quarterback this year. He's been very inconsistent, and I just don't know what I'm going to get from him from a night-to-night basis. And the one thing I will say about this Dallas Cowboys team, I know what I'm getting from Dak. I know what I'm getting from CD. I know what I'm getting from Pickens. And I know that Broncos defense is elite, and I think they will get after Dak and put pressure on him. And I don't think Dallas is going to score 40, but I think Dallas can score 28. I think they can get to 27. Wouldn't be surprised they get to 30. And I just don't know if this Broncos team can do it. That being said, they have shown they can do it here and there. They're just a very inconsistent offense. But man, look, I'm always going to buy into the offense more so than the defense. You guys be keeping up with the podcast, be keeping up with my channel. I've always loved this Broncos defense, but I've always been a fan of this Cowboys offense for the most part. I didn't think it'd be this good. They're really freaking good. Call me a homer. I'm going with the Cowboys, man. Give me the upset here. It is played in Mile High. That is a concern. And the Broncos have been a team that have had success versus Dallas. So all the odds stacked against us. Cowboys need a win, man. Let's get this win, man. Come on. Come on, Jerry Jones.
Fire me the hell up. Fire me the hell up, Metro. I hope Dallas wins this game. It'll turn the tides for the season. Media will be saying that shit in the news. Oh, Dallas is going to the Super Bowl. It'll be chaos.
Absolutely, we are.
Yes. It'll be chaos. It'll be great. And every old head in America is, oh, I hope that Denver defense wins. Because if they don't, like you mentioned, it just proves.
Yep,
offense is king right now.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course you can. That's what I'm here for.
If Dallas wins this game, do you think they should be aggressive at the trade deadline to go after like a Trey Hendrickson, a Jalen Phillips, maybe a corner? Do you think they should be aggressive if they win this game?
Counter question: can you afford it?
Enough-ish. I think we have some money and we have draft capital.
I see. Honestly, if you have money, why not go get a Trey? Why not? And just let him walk on his way. I think it'd be fun. And that's what Jerry's here for at the end of the day. Let's also keep it a buck. If you were really a player away, the player was Micah Parsons, correct?
Well, I hate that you brought this up, but yes.
But
I wish we had Micah.
That's what it is. So it would be kind of ass backwards to do it, but damn it, it would be fun, and that's what Jerry Jones cares about. So I think you should for the memes, but as a GM, I probably wouldn't do it.
As a avid Cowboys fan, I'm in a tough predicament because on one hand, I realize that Dak's in his 30s. Crazy, by the way. It feels like he was just drafted, but he's in his 30s. And we are a team that is good enough on the offensive end. I don't think we're a piece away on the defense. I think we're multiple pieces away. But if you can send a third-round pick for Trey Hendrickson, or somebody along those lines, we'll see, man. We'll see.
That would be cinema. I would be fired up, and we do an immediate emergency episode. Let's move forward to probably the biggest beatdown I've seen all season. The Tennessee Titans go on the road to Indianapolis, the team that is fire hot. Indy is my lock of the week in Metro's pick of this matchup. Metro, as Cam Ward said, we ass. I don't think they're going to win this one, and if they do, it would be monumental and a big shift for this Nashville team. But what do you think?
Yeah, this is a bad Titans team. They're a bad team, man. They are not good on either side of the ball. They have bad quarterback play. They just have bad everything. Nothing is good about this team right now. At least the only thing I can hang my hat on is that Cam Ward is going to make one or two special plays that make you go, he's got a little something in the tank. But man, it's been rough this year for the Titans. For the Colts, man, everything has been working for this team. They can run the ball. They can pass the ball. Danny Dimes is absolutely dicing defenses up this year. It has been a very special season for the Colts, and everything is going their way. They're playing well on defense as well. It would be my lock if you didn't pick them as your lock, so I didn't want to double down on the Colts here because if the Colts lose, we'd look pretty dang stupid. But the Colts are going to win this game. They're just the better football team, and the Titans have so much work to do.
Metro, enough about this stinky poo-poo game. Let's go to Sunday Night Football. Oh, man, Carrie Underwood is singing. It is absolutely electric. And this time on the docket, we got Green Bay going to play the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the terrible towels are waving. Metro is going with Pittsburgh I am taking the Green Bay Packers on the road. This one's going to be fun, all right? A little Aaron Rodgers revenge game back in his,
Ooh.
not back, but at his new home stadium. You don't think Pittsburgh fans are going to be wild and riled the hell up for this game? I'm looking forward to it. The crowd noise is going to be a big time factor in this one. Metro, why we going Pittsburgh, man? What are your thoughts?
This is and I hate to say this because I could be wrong, but through well, we got 7 weeks, and I guess this will be week 8. This is what I'm gonna call the fraud bowl. These are two teams that are 100% frauds. Okay, I'm putting that out there into the atmosphere. I don't buy either one of these teams right now. I just don't. I don't think the Pittsburgh Steelers are a championship contender, but a lot of people talk like they are. I don't think this Packers team is a championship contender, but a lot of people think they are. I think these are two teams that are good, but not great. And look, the Packers were great in weeks 1 and 2. Since then, not so great. Pittsburgh's been very up and down this year, and that game versus Cincinnati was inexcusable. That all said, there is a thing called revenge in this world, and revenge is a sweet, sweet drug. And Aaron Rodgers is going to be out for revenge versus his former team. Is this his first time going up against the Packers? I believe this
I,
would be.
I believe so.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's going to be juiced up for this one. He's going to have the ayahuasca, whatever you call it, ready to go after the game. He's going to be dialed in for this one. And I think he's going to have a really good game. He's going to make plays out of the pocket, play within the system, get the ball out to his playmakers. I think he's going to have a really good game. And on the flip side, look, I think the Green Bay Packers could also have a very good game. They're a very good football team. They got a lot of things going for them. I think Micah Parsons could get 10 sacks this game because Broderick Jones sure as hell ain't covering that guy. That all said, I think the Steelers will have a game plan. I think TJ Watt has a big day because he's been kind of quiet lately. Give me the Steelers on maybe a little bit of an upset.
You talk about script writing. This is when the NFL is at its best. This is must see TV. I'll be sitting in my lazy Susan fat chair, whatever you want to call it. Grab the popcorn, get ready. It's going to be a fun one. Monday night, also going to be a very fun schedule and game matchup. We got the Washington Commanders going on the road to Arrowhead to play the KC Chiefs at 7:15 prime time on ESPN. Metro and I are both taking KC. Metro's lock of the week is going to be KC. This is probably also in part of Jaden Daniels got hurt last game. The injury is, quote, not significant, but it was a hamstring injury. Those can linger over time. Not always the best thing when you're week 7 in the season in the NFL. So, and also, guys, Mahomes been lights out. His KC team is catching their groove and catching fire at the exact right time. But Metro, what are your thoughts? I've yapped a lot. Well, break down this game for me.
No, I think you basically hit the nail on the head there. I don't know if you start Jaden Daniels. This has been a bad year for the Commanders so far. Injuries all throughout the team. McLaurin, you got him a new contract. Dude hasn't showed up once this year with injuries and just not performing at a high level. Now Debo's got some things going wrong, and if Daniels doesn't play, I just don't see a path here. You got a Commanders team coming off a bad loss to the Dallas Cowboys with a mediocre defense and an offense that's without their biggest playmakers. It's tough, man. If Jaden Daniels goes, then great, but I don't know if you run him out there if he's going to get, killed by Chris Jones and Karlaftis. I think Mahomes is playing at a very high level right now. I would say he has reinserted himself back into MVP conversations because of how well he's playing. And you get your main guy, Rashee Rice, back. You get all this new energy. They won't be able to run the football, but this team hasn't been able to run the football the entire season, right? So I'm not worried about that. This Chiefs defense is really good. I think they're going to get after Daniels. Is this being played in Arrowhead, by the way?
It is.
That much better. Monday game in Arrowhead. Mahomes playing like an MVP. This is a tough game for the Commanders to try and win. So yeah, I just think it's not very likely that the Commanders win. I think the Chiefs have this one pretty comfortably in the bag. And look, the Chiefs team is back, man. All the doubters, all the people saying that the Chiefs are washed, the dynasty's over, they're right back. Y'all manifested this. You guys went a little too early on this one. They're right back where they were. This is a dang good Chiefs team.
They asked for this shit. Guys, this is our week 8 slate. I'm going to review where we're at currently in the season real quick and also how scoring works. Scoring for underdog of the week. If you get it right, you get 3 points on the pick. If you get it wrong, no penalty. Swing for the fences. Now for lock of the week, if you get that wrong, it's -3. So you best not get that one wrong. If you get it right, it's just like every other pick, every other correct pick, 1 point on the game. And then for score of the season, Metro currently has 1 game or 1 point over me. He's at 65%. I'm at 64%. Metro, just big bro and me, absolute dogging me. He has got that dog in him as well. Fellas, did you enjoy this prediction video? Drop your predictions down below. We want to hear them from you. If you enjoyed this video and watched this far, drop a like as well. Thank you very much. We love you guys and appreciate you more than you know. Subscribe on the road to 1K. Metro, get us out of here.
Appreciate you guys for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button. Peace out.